Man, going to all of these craft drink spots really has me thinking that I'd like to open up a place of my own. Maybe a brewery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And you know what the best thing about that would be?
An unlimited supply of beer?
Well, obviously. But I mean naming them. Coming up with your own name.
I suppose that's true. I guess you've already got some ideas?
Definitely. And I'm thinking my first one will be something simple, like Swagger.
Oof, I think that might be taken.
Well, what about, Scally Red? Kind of like Scallywag?
Yeah, that's taken too.
Evil Mannequin?
Taken.
Quarry IPA?
Taken.
9-Pound Hammer?
9 pounds of taken.
So Long Summer?
So already taken.
Cloud Seeker?
Cloud taken.
Star-Gazing Cowboy?
Wait. Nope, that's taken.
Ugh, I'll never be able to come up with a cool name with all the craft breweries in the world.
Actually, those are all from one brewery.
What?
Hey guys, we're here today at Slate Farm! Hey Jenna, it's really good to see you. Thanks so much for letting us come out. So, Slate Farm, where did the idea for Slate Farm come from?
There's a lot of local slate quarries, and a lot of the homes around here still have the old slate brews.
So, when did the brewery kind of come into fruition?
2018, Sam, our head brewer, one of the owners, my cousin, he was homebrewing for over a decade, and we were just like everybody else. We're like, we could do this.
Do any other members of the family work here?
Yeah, we're family owned and operated. Got 2 cousins, my aunt, uncle, my grandmother, brother.
Get the full family experience, I like that. So how many beers do you guys offer?
We offer 26 beers on tap.
And are those available outside of the brewery, or they're only here?
We do sell our beer in several bars here in Harford County, as well as on the weekends at farmers markets.
What kind of experience are you trying to give the folks who come into Slate Farm?
We try to provide a full family-friendly atmosphere. We give them the farm experience with the chickens, we get the playground, yard games.
Who came up with the design of the building?
So my cousin Kiel, he designed everything. He wanted to go for like the industrial rustic feel. He also did most of the work himself.
So I know being out here in Harford County, I guess you guys are using well water versus like city water kind of thing, right?
Yes, we triple filter the well water. I feel like it makes it more pure, right? A nice clean beer.
It sounds like you guys all kind of came from other things and just said, you know what, we're just gonna open up a brewery.
That's absolutely what happened.
Well, I think we got a lot of information about how Slate Farm came into being. Can we see how the beers are made?
Yeah, of course. We'll pass it on to my cousin Kyle and he'll give you a tour of the brewery.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jenna. Really appreciate it. All right. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Good to see you. Thanks so much for having us, man.
Hey, what's going on, Kyle?
How do you make your beer?
Well, these are our kettles. We got the hot liquor tank over here. Move it over to the mash tun there, over to the boil, and then transfer it to the fermentation tanks over there. Pretty small tanks, considerable. That's why we're able to have so many different beers on one tap at any given time, and it's why we're able to experiment and do things that others might not do in a larger tank.
And you built all of this yourself?
Yeah, well, there was a freestanding building here before, but we came in and redid everything. We put in the drains, we installed everything that's here.
So Jenna mentioned something about, what was it, triple distilled for the water?
Yeah, some kind of special way that you guys do the water up here, because it's not city water, it comes from the well. Like, how does that make the brewing process different?
For us, we take it directly from the ground. We have a particulate filter, which is like the 3-stage thing that she was talking about.
Right.
It removes any kind of like sediment or otherwise, but kind of keeps the character of the water so that when we brew, there's, that's a big flavor component. So these are the fermentation tanks. These are unique and different because since we're on such a small scale, we use what's called a uni-tank. There's a port here, we drop off the dead yeast cells. Port here, we add CO2. Up here, we put the hops in or any of the fruit additions. Hook up some hoses here. It goes from here into the kegs, and then into the walk-in, or down to the tap room.
And on that topic, is there maybe some kind of beer that you make that's like a really hard one to make?
Probably our Tyrant. It is a 13.5% bourbon barrel aged stout. It'll spend at least 4+ weeks in a fermenter. And then after that, it'll move on to the wooden barrels. We went to Kentucky, got them direct. They're still wet inside and have the right character. Unfortunately, we have a small place, so we get our extra size when the grain comes in. When it comes, we actually have to carry each bag upstairs individually. When you're looking at the grains, a lot of times you're thinking about the flavor profile from that particular grain and what that's gonna add to the beer. This here is called Cara Red. You'll notice that it has a really red color that comes through.
Yeah.
All of these specialized grains, they have a certain flavor, and you're gonna get a certain type of beer out of them. The right combination comes together, we grind it here and take it downstairs.
You've shown us the process of how the beer is made. You got 26 beers, maybe more on tap. We gotta try some of these things.
Yeah, let's go drink some beer.
Looks like we are ready to try all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, man, I wanted a good variety, so I figured why not try all 5 of these, and then after that, maybe we'll try some more.
Yeah. So what are we going to start off with?
Our Scally Irish Red. This one has a unique flavor because of the dry hopping process. You'll taste it almost like a floral or a flowery aftertaste.
You do get a very, very kind of unique floral taste right at the end.
I love red beers. Like, it's one of my favorites. So this is awesome.
Well, that's the red, so what do we got on deck next?
And this one here is number 9, our 9-pound hammer. It's 9.5%, double dry hopped, tons of mosaic and citra hops.
The hops on that one are very rich and they're very flavorful.
It's a very smooth IPA.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely get the hoppy taste, but it's not so in your face. Like, it's perfect balance.
All right, so what do we have on deck for number 3?
This guy here is the Stargazing Cowboy. You're gonna have probably hints of coffee, hints of roasted malt character, a little bit sweet, and overall very smooth.
It's got a little bit of kind of a milky kind of a flavor to it as well, which makes it very smooth but very unique.
For me, stouts are always a dessert because you get like a coffee or a chocolate or something like that.
So number 4 here, that looks very interesting.
This one, we grew strawberries this year. We had a bunch of them left over, so we froze them.
Wow.
And we made these from our frozen strawberries and pineapple. We added all the fruit late. You get a lot of sweetness that comes through.
It's like drinking sweet tarts.
This would be a great way to kind of introduce sour beers to somebody because of how kind of light it is, you know?
Sad to say we're down to our last one.
This is our Quarry IPA. It's got a beautiful color, a little bit of grain that we added to make it malty. We used all Centennial hops.
That is really,
It's so smooth. There's no bite on the end of it. which
it's
I
very
like.
light too.
Yeah.
It's extremely light.
Every beer here it's got a story, it's got a color, and it's delicious. Every single one of them.
Man, this has been absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, Kyle. I can't wait to have some more again. This is really
Seriously. Oh, I'm excited to see what else you guys are coming out with. We'll definitely be back.
Well, even though I didn't come up with the name 9-pound hammer, I couldn't have made it taste this good. And this is just one of over 20 beers they have on tap to sample.
And what better way to complement these drinks than a trip out to the food truck? Awesome ales, fantastic food, great games. What more could you want out of a brewery?
And to our Pennsylvania friends, they too can enjoy all that Slate Farm Brewery has to offer.
Yeah, it's located in Whiteford, right over the Maryland state line.
I'll drink to that. Well, Aaron, I think it's your turn for the toast this week.
In that case, here's to great ambition about which people rant. It makes you want to do the things that everyone knows you can't.
And if you guys have a toast that you'd like to see featured on a future episode, leave it in the comments below.
And if you'd like to check out Slate Farm Brewery for yourself, all the information you need is right below the video.
We'll see you next time on...
Oh God! You said this was easy. You are terrible. Oh, that's a horrible. Yeah, I would never make a good bartender off that.